Hey gorgeous people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Larabelle and I'm so delighted that you're part of us today. Today we're going to talk about money management and how we can manage our money more in 2025, and I thought to share with you guys. So if you find this video informative, please do not leave here without subscribing, liking, share with your friends so we can build a better future of ourselves together. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. So the number one thing I'm going to be sharing today that I would be doing in 2025 is don't stay broke because you want to look rich. Don't try to impress people. Don't do things because other people are doing them, because you really don't know how those people navigate their money. You are probably not making as much as they are making, so you need to live within your means. Make sure that you are not living life to impress anyone in 2025. Stay within your means. If you have to stay below your means, the better. I know sometimes they say fake it till you make it, but you also have to be true to your pocket. A lot of you go into debt because you want to do what? You want to impress people. If you don't have money for that week, let it slide. If someone invites you for an occasion that you can't really afford at this moment, it's okay, let it pass. Don't go and put yourself into debt because you have to show up for that party. You have to show them that you also belong here. You are not going to be comparing your life to other people. I don't like living life where I don't have anything going for myself, something that I can fall back on. I mean, it's just not the kind of life that I admire. It just gives me headache, it gives me anxiety. Sometimes I even fear for the things that have not even happened. So you need to start thinking, am I trying to impress people? Am I truly living my true self? So in 2025, let's manage our money wisely. The second one is, do not buy things you do not need. You need to really ask yourself, do I really need to buy these things today? Do I really need this thing? Is this something that is of a priority to me at this moment? I've seen situations where people have to go borrow because something is on sale, something that is not of an emergency. Something like clothing. Like, why would you borrow money to buy clothing? Something that is not adding value to your life. Something that you can do without. That is something that I personally need to work on. Going to the store to buy things, I get to the store and I see this really pretty stuff and it's not on my budget. It's not something that I have planned to buy. I decide to buy it because it's pretty. I'm stopping that. Even towards the end of last year, I started, practicing it. Even when I see something very beautiful, I try not to buy them. I try not to put it on my to-do list, because at the end of the day, I'm going out of budget and I'm not staying on budget. I'm not staying on track. I'm not tracking how my money is coming and how it's going. It's hard, especially when you see something that is so pretty and you just want to buy it. We all feel that urge to buy it, especially when we have the resources to do it. So in 2025, to save money more, to prioritize yourself so that you can build a better future for yourself and your family, and just for the bigger projects that you have in the near future, or to live a more peaceful life. As we get older, we need to start to manage our resources very importantly, very much, because a lot of people do not even start thinking about retirement until they're in their 60s or 50s. At that point, they have spent all their lives throwing themselves in debt, buying cars that they don't need, buying things that are not important, and you end up wasting money on the things that are not really necessary. It's not like you're giving back to yourself. Maybe traveling, you need to see the world, you need to explore life, which is all about giving back to yourself, investing in yourself, because you're evolving, you're learning, you're traveling to different places, you're exploring the world. But just buying things that are not necessary, you need to start learning how to start saving, putting something on the side, learn to manage yourself. You don't have to go broke. You don't have to buy things that are not necessary. Okay? Next one I'm going to say might not apply to everyone, but I personally, because I struggle with this so much, I am confessing today. I love quality stuff. Like, if it's not quality, then don't buy it for me. But I'm not really particular about buying brand names. I love buying quality stuff that probably are not really brand names, to be honest. I've seen nice, beautiful things that are of quality that are not brand names. If you have the resources, you can afford to buy it, go ahead and buy it. But if you cannot afford to buy it, I'm talking about those that can't, or you're struggling but you really want to buy these brand things and you put them on credit card, just know that you don't have to break the bank to look good. You don't have to buy brand names to look like you are somebody. You can wear something very simple that is not known, that people don't know, and you will be amazed that you will stand out. Okay, I'm not talking about those that can easily afford these things. I'm talking about us, including me, I'm talking about those that can't afford to buy these things easily. You know that these are very, very expensive things that you can't afford to buy at this time in your life. Don't break the bank. Don't put yourself in debt. Don't do buy now, pay later. That's another thing I want to talk about. That takes me to the next point. As much as that could be a blessing, it could also be a curse. That is one thing that is so common these days that I feel like will put a lot of people into more debt if you're not mindful of how you use it. I'm not saying that it's not a privilege, but it could also be a curse if you don't know how to manage yourself. You can buy now and pay later, which is great. You pay later, you pay it 4 times. Some people even pay it yearly. And you know, you're tempted to just buy it because it makes you feel like you're paying just small amount of money. I would personally tell you that if you can afford something, go ahead and buy it and pay it off. Don't be tempted to always buy now and pay later, buy now and pay later. And some of you do this so much and you accumulate so much debt that each other week that you pay back this stuff, you're paying like $200, $300. Now you're overwhelmed with your bills. Now you're going to pay this, pay back later. And if you don't pay these things, this could affect your credit history. To live a life that is of peace is just knowing how to manage your resources while also enjoying life. I'm not also of a believer of, you know, restricting yourself of a good life, completely just being frugal and you can't eat well, you can't eat right. It's just having a balance. So in 2025, if you can eliminate the urge to borrow and pay later, it will be great for your finances. Live a life of financial freedom. I mean, it's tough. I know inflation is out there, things are hard. Sometimes you need your support to just live by the next day. But just be mindful, especially as you get older. If you can afford it and it doesn't stress your paycheck, by all means, thumbs up. Live that life, drive that luxury car. You know, you gotta live life. It's one life, right? But if you know that it's going to stress your paycheck, who are you impressing? Like, the people you're trying to impress are in their house relaxing and just not worrying about finances, and you are here struggling to pay a debt that nobody actually asked you to, because really nobody cares. At the end of the day, you are by yourself. You are the one in debt. You are the one stressing. Nobody really cares. No one is going to come save you at that point. So be true to yourself, be authentic to yourself. And if you can avoid all the things that I've talked about today, I think you are on a good start when it comes to your finances in 2025. So if you like videos like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. Until I come your way again next week, do not forget that you are loved, you are valuable, you are kind, you're special, you're worthy. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Until then, have a wonderful week. Bye.